think I get this figured out. Anyway, hi everyone. So it's Sunday afternoon, October 16th. We've been up since 6 this morning, got organized, ready, went off to church, went out for lunch afterwards, so we're finally back home and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. So I'm getting the sermon editing done. It's exporting over to, or it's exporting out of the, what do you call it? Video editing software. Oh my gosh. Once that's done and it's ready to upload to YouTube, I'm having a nap. Clearly the brain's not functioning on all cylinders right now. So I plan to lay down on I'm gonna curl up and snuggle down in the recliner for a bit and get some sleep because clearly I'm tired and I'm not functioning properly right now. I hope to get some more work done on the twists and turns shawl. I think I have 4.5 repeats left to go on clue number 1. So hopefully I'll be done clue number 1 before clue number 3 comes out. We shall see. Anyway, once I get up from my nap, I'm going to spend a few minutes. I'm going to look through the yarn I got and look at the projects that are partially done, and I'm going to talk you through them and show you what's in there in a bit more detail. So I didn't show you that before. I just kind of really quickly looked at it with you. So I'm going to look at that in a little bit more detail because that's about the only exciting thing I have to show you today. So I'm going to have a nap and I'll get that done and get a few things done up for school for the morning. Alrighty, catch you later. So just as a starting note, we'll ignore the poor lighting conditions. I'm in the living room. There's an overhead light above me and it's reflecting off my coffee table. So I have a total of 4 of these Red Heart Super Saver yarns, and there's been a couple things just started. This one has just a little chain stitch started, so I'm going to undo that and use that in something else. This one would look like it was the beginning of what might have been some kind of blanket. It's got a long chain. Some of the stitching is done. I have no idea what it was going to be, so I'm going to undo that. So I'll end up with a total of 4 of these skeins. And then there was this little square that had been made, or the beginnings of it. So it's wonky. There's a couple stitches that got missed here and there. I'm just going to undo that one, and I'll have a total. The 4th one is over on the chair, or on the sofa behind me. So I have a total of 4 of those skeins that I'll be able to use for I'll probably make a baby blanket out of it and donate it someplace. Maybe Project Linus, I don't know. So let's see what's next. Next project is tucked in this bag. So I'm going to put this down for a second. I'm going to get it out of the bag. Alrighty. So I don't know what this was going to be. It's still on the needles. It looks like we started to take some stitches off for the armholes. I'm thinking it might have been a sweater. It's still attached to this ball. And there's another one here. There it is. There was a piece of paper with it. It is Noro. Although I don't know if these are the same. All there is for instructions is a little sticky note with very vague instructions. So I don't know what that was going to be. There are 3 or 4 more balls of Noro. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I suspect I will undo it because I have no idea what what it was meant to be. Alrighty, let's go look at what's next. Next, this is hard to see in the bag, but we have another partially done project. And this was using Ella Ray Classic Sport. It looks like the basics of a pattern. Triangle shawl. Doubled using Classic Sports and a 13 needle. Let's put the bag aside for a moment. Put the phone down for a moment. Looks like just a basic garter pattern. So I'm not sure. I'll probably undo this because I think if it's undone there will be something like 8 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there'll be 8 skeins of this yarn, which might make for a decent quantity to make something for myself. But it's still on the needles partway through. I suspect this one I will undo. But it's a nice squishy garter, double thickness or double strand of yarn held together. But I suspect I'll be undoing this one and saving the yarn for something else. Another bunch of goodness. So this is mostly this Sirdar, Montana. And there's a bunch here. There's a couple, I think are the same ones that are just in a baggie. Then it also looks like, I don't know if this is the same color. I suspect not. I think might be more than one dye lot in here. I think some are more gray and some are more blue. I think that's what's happening. There's the darker, the blue, and the gray, and they're being held double. Let me just get this guy out of the way. I don't see any pattern of any sort in there. Let me put this down for a second. It's the beginning of something, but I don't know what. And not much done, so I'm suspecting I will undo this one and use the yarn for something else. So it looks like there's, I don't know. I'll have to figure out what's actually here, how much of what, and see what I can do with it. And I don't know if this ball is an entire skein or what. So I'll decide on what I'm doing with that later. Another project. This is made with Yarn Bee. Let me get it out of the bag. So it's the beginnings of a garter stitch scarf. Still on the needles. One of the skeins is partly used. The other skein is untouched. This one I suspect I will be undoing it and cake it up or ball it up. So this one I will take apart and figure out what I want to make with it. Maybe some hats. I don't know. We'll see later. Alrighty, so it's about 7:30. I videotaped some of the yarn and partially done projects from the stash of yarn I got from my friend the other day. There's still 2 more projects that are partially done that this video is getting long enough now and you're probably getting seasick watching it because the camera's all over the place. The other 2, I'll post those videos from that little bit tomorrow. This video is just getting too long. Sorry. But ready to pack it in for the day. I've got one more little thing left to get done for school before tomorrow, and going to go and watch a movie and do some knitting with the hubby. Catch you later.